Sorry. Guess who forgot to activate the microphone? Well, then I will start it again. Well then, nice to meet you. I'm Sasanao. And this is today my 8-bit stream. Well, this is a little bit scuff, I would say. But I also have my, if you have heard the voice, I have my, well, another screen open to see if how the live stream is going. So yeah. We will first start with a short introduction. Hi Yoshi. Well, I've seen your comments and thank you for the encouragement. I'm a little bit nervous, so I hope it's all right. Now then we will start with a little PowerPoint on myself, my introduction, my likes and dislikes. Yeah, it happens. I need to get used to it, but other than that, let's have a great time. Now we will start with a little bit of an introduction. I will have to shorten the PowerPoint a little bit, sometimes more. Oops, this is a spoiler for what we are doing later on. I hope it's good. Now then, oh, we are in the wrong PowerPoint. Yeah, wait. Now we're in the right one. Now then, let's start with my introduction. Well, as I said before, my name is Sasanao. You might be wondering how I decided to name myself like that. Well, that is because the Asta, also my first name, that is because of an anime character that I quite like and is one of my all-time favorites. If I've read Black Clover, that is the main character's name. And as for Royohayo, well, that is, well, if you were to Google it, it isn't really a real name or a real word. Well, I just decided to take the first two letters of a username that I've often used. Well, that would be, I use numbers. That would be 6468. 6486. That's it. Well, it is in Japanese. The numbers are like Roku Yon Hachi Yo. That would be just in English 6484. As for my age, well, I decided to write it like that to leave it to your interpretation. If I'm 20 years old, 110 years old in YouTuber lore, that I will decide for that you can decide. As for my occupation, well, I am in my video lore the information guild leader. Some of you might not know this, but sometimes in fantasy anime or anything like that, there's an information guild, and I'm running such a guild. As for my birthday, it's on August 9th. That is also my real life birthday. As for what type, as you can see, I'm not really a human VTuber or so. I would say I'm a fox yokai, and you can see the ears. We will later do a model introduction, what kind of toggles I have and such. As for sub-occupation is a summoner. You will also see that I have cards in my hands. I can show it right now. As you can see, these are the summoning cards. So yeah. If you're wondering why a goat is in there instead of a fox, well, that will be revealed in 1 year. As for the languages I can speak Chinese, German, English, and I'm currently learning Japanese. Chinese is more my mother language, and German because, well, if you can see from the time zone, I'm most likely somewhere from Germany. And English is because I learned it in school. Now then, let's go to the next slide. Now let's go to my likes. Well, here are some of my favorite animes that I quite like watching, like Bungo Stray Dogs, Full Metal Alchemist, Nambaka, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, Pokemon XYZ, Digimon Tamers, JoJo Stone Ocean, Black Clover, Outer World, and 100 Girlfriends. Well, you can see that there are some picks that are not really known. For example, like Outer World, that is a Chinese anime. It is a mess, to be fair, but it is quite fun, if I had to say. I really enjoyed it, even though it is not really popular or anything. Other than that, you can see quite a lot of childhood animes, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and Digimon. Well, I was quite a fan of them, so yeah. And these are the titles of my favorite seasons, to be fair. Another thing is, I also like 100 Girlfriends Who 5 times Really Love Me. That is quite a good manga and anime. I have been following it, I don't really know when it began, and it's quite fun. Now then, let's go to the next slide. That would be the manga slide. Well, the mangas are a little bit different. I quite liked reading T.H.E Teacher at Goose School. Really, you watch most of these, Yoshi? Well, yeah, that is because I would say I don't really know what to say, but yeah, most of them are either quite niche or really famous. So I'm happy that you have watched them, because I myself, I don't really know anyone that has really watched those. Yeah, I'm learning our chat interactions. I'm sorry if it's a little bit awkward or such. Now then, let's go with the manga slide. It's quite a scuffed debut, but I'm trying. Now then, let's go to the manga slide. A Terrified Teacher at Goose School. Well, that is a quite funny manga. I have read it when it started, and I have been watching and buying the books. Thanks, Yoshi. Yeah. Yeah, then I have also Beyblade X. Well, I know it is also an anime, but I don't really have... Well, the anime wasn't really something that took me, but I really like the manga because it's always up to point and always far ahead. So yeah. Another thing I quite like is Elicid, or Elekid. I don't really know how to pronounce it. That is a Korean webtoon. That is from the maker of Girls in the Wild or Noblesse. I would say I quite like it because of the story. Even though there is no story, it is technically just action fights. Then there's also my S-Class Hunters. That is also quite a good webtoon. I would always recommend it because it's quite, you could say, it's about a guy that is taming S-Class Hunters. If you know the hunter genre, it is quite a gem, if I had to say. Then there's a little bit of romance, like Obsidian Bride. It is technically just a reality show, but in a fantasy world. And it is quite good, even though some of the things they're quite heavy topics, and there are some, I would say, questionable topics. So yeah. Then there's Claim and Revenge. Well, that manga is quite not really known because that is a spin-off for the Slime Isekai. If I had to say, I enjoyed this manga much more than the Slime Isekai because it was much more much more fun. So yeah. Then there's also Jungle Juice. That is also a Korean manga. That is about a guy turning into a half insect man. That is, well, if I had to say, I quite like it because it is quite educational. You can learn about quite a lot of insects and stuff. So yeah. Other than that, there are 2 Japanese mangas like Blue Lock or Tokyo Alien. I'm pretty sure if you know about football, you might know about Blue Lock because it's quite a good football manga, and I quite like the art. And Tokyo Alien is, well, that is also quite a niche pick because Tokyo Alien is about a boy that discovers that the world he's living in, there are aliens hidden among the humans. And then there are evil aliens, there are good aliens, and he joined an organization to help those in need. So yeah. Now let's go to the 4th slide. That would be my music taste. Well, as you can see, I mostly listen to Japanese musicians, or utaitas mostly, and there's Gareth Bale also. Well, you might know USSSS, that is Urashima Sakata Sen. These are 4 utaitas that decided to make a group together, and I quite like their music. Then there's also Mei-chan. He's also a Japanese, I don't really know, artist, a utaito. So he also makes covers and such about famous Vocaloid songs, and I quite like his voice. Then there's Unnamed. Well, I have followed Unnamed. How should I say? He was my favorite. They were my favorites in how should I say, in their past life, and I just followed them to their new life. Then there's GAITO. I discovered him through Mei-chan, and he have been a fan since. Then also Paradox Life. Well, that is more like a music project, but I quite liked it, so I decided to stay and watch the lore. I also watched the anime. It's quite enjoyable. Then there's Chugawasai. I quite like, well, his deep voice, to be fair, his singing voice, because it's quite unique. And the covers he makes is exactly always my music taste. So yeah. Then there's Amatsuki. Well, I discovered him. I believe I started from his special cover, the cover with Chogawasai, and I quite liked it and decided to stay. So yeah. Then there's also Gabe's Battle. Well, honestly speaking, the only song I have heard from him is his Unlucky, his original song called Unlucky. And other than that, I've always watched his streams. I'm not really much of a talker, but I quite like watching him and his chaoticness. So yeah. Then there's also Creepy Nuts. Well, I discovered them from the opening, Fall of the Night. And since I have been a fan, and with Mashley, they went above and beyond. So yeah. Now let's go to the fifth slide. About the games. As you can see, well, mostly are mobile games or gacha games. But those are, well, kind of the games I also would like to play on stream. But I'm also open for everything, as you can see from the last thing. So yeah. There are the games I play, like Prosekai. It is a rhythm game about Hatsune Miku and such. Then there's Honkai Star Rail, where Honkai Star Rail is, well, first I got hooked through Genshin, but I stopped playing Genshin and started Honkai Star Rail because I'm more like a turn-based person. So yeah. Then there's also Wuthering Waves. I'm quite a fan of the combat style of it. So yeah. Yes, I did play Genshin. I got it recommended from my brother. He was the first HoYoverse fan before they renamed. And he just introduced me, and I played Genshin for maybe a year or two. Well, during that time, I had changed my phone, and then I lost my account because I didn't really save it. And then I just lost I lost the motivation to continue playing it and start anew. I was completely free to play and had a C4D look. You can see how many times I lost 50-50. Strangely enough, I only got him every time I lost 50-50s. Well, so yeah. So I switched to Honkai Star Rail because that was newly released. And since then, I've been playing it. We will also have a Honkai Star Rail stream because I haven't started a new chapter. So yeah, because I wanted to play it on stream and have a reaction about it. So I'm completely going blind in it. As for, Obey Me, that is a romance game, but I won't play it on stream because, from what I heard, it has ended. If I had to say, Obey Me was at the beginning, it had great story, but more and more they didn't really focus on anything. And it was more and more boring, so I stopped really playing it. I'm just occasionally going in and taking the logins. As for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels, well, as you can see, I quite like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, so it's obvious that I would play the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. Well, I'm quite a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. I also once grinded it. I went to, if I remember correctly, Diamond 3 or 2. And that was the time I stopped, really, because it was, the meta got too hard. And I'm the type that likes to play with cards that I like, so it got too hard for me. So, yeah. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is something I would like to create a tournament in. But if I were to create a tournament and invite others, I don't really want any, too much meta stuff, like the meta decks that will hinder gameplay. And as for D for DJ, well, that is, I discovered it during my rhythm game phase. I also played Bang Dream. That was, fun fact, my first rhythm game. And since then, I have been playing rhythm games. D for DJ, I played it because I lost my Bang Dream account. As you can see, I lost quite a lot of accounts. And I just stopped playing it. I mean Bang Dream. I stopped playing Bang Dream. And when I discovered there is D for DJ, and that is a newer thing, so that would mean fewer competition, I decided to play it. And I played also for 2 years. I'm still have the account, but I don't really play it anymore because it has gotten a little bit boring, and the gacha is too hard. It is quite hard to get any 4 stars now, so I just stopped. And then there's Digimon Hacker's Memory. Well, I played it on the PS4 when it came out, and I also played the previous first Digimon Hackers. Digimon Cyber Slurf was the first game in the series, and I have been a fan of it, but not really much interest. But Digimon Hackers Memories, it was a great Digimon game. It had the same mechanics as Cyber Slurf, but much better, and the story was also much better. So I was quite a fan of it, and I still remember it fondly. Now to the next slide. Now about my dislikes. Well, I quite dislike snails and slugs. That is because when I was little, I remember in kindergarten, my mother took me home, and it was raining extremely strongly. So we, because we lived near the kindergarten, we walked. Have you tried Elden Ring? Well, I want to try Elden Ring, but I'm really not really. Well, I would love to try, but I don't really know if I would be able to beat the bosses. Well, I'm quite a good dodger, but other than that, yeah. There may be an Elden Ring stream, but I'm still debating about it because there are quite a lot of games I would like to try first. Maybe Dark Souls or what was the Black Wukong? I think that was the other name of a game. But Elden Ring, I think I will try, but beating it or making the stream series like me trying beating everything in Elden Ring, well, that I will have to think about because it is quite hard to say if I'm able to do it, because from what I have seen about, for example, my linear or so, it is quite hard. So yeah, I'm sorry if that was a bit too much. So yeah. Now to the dislikes. As for the snail story, well, I just it was raining. we ran, and I accidentally stepped on a snail, and since then I've had a fear because after seeing the snail or slug, just the inner organs and such, I just got scared. Thanks, Yoshi. As for mushrooms, well, I don't really like them because I just don't really like the taste of it. And I'm a little bit horrified of them because of, well, the zombie movies or the horror movies and games, how always the mushrooms are the reason why zombies existed. And now, great intervention to the next theme, horror games. Well, horror games, well, I would say I'm not really fine with playing them. I'm fine with when I'm on stream, I can play them, but afterwards, I'll always get nightmares about the horror games. Even watching them, like I recently watched Poppy's Playtime, Chapter 4. And even though I just watched it on YouTube, I still have nightmares about it. So I'm not really good at horror games. And I'm not really the type that really shows that I'm scared. For example, if I were to play a horror game, you would just see me being silent and just not doing anything. I would just walk, said, oh, I died. That's it, I would most likely say. And for my dislikes, there's also garlic. I just don't like the taste of it. I also don't like, ingwer. That is also something I don't like. As for garlic, so yeah, I'm fine with garlic sauce and everything like that, but raw garlic or cooked garlic is a no-go for me. Now let's go to the next slide. That would be streams. So as you can see, my streams would most likely be gaming, writing, gaming, lore, presentations, and gaming. So yeah, that's it. As you might be wondering, what are writing streams? Well, I would love to just stream and then write some stories, some short stories. I'm quite, well, how should I say, when I was little, I had a writing phase, so I wrote quite a lot of short stories, but I also had, how should I say, my edgy phase at that time. So most of the stories were about anti-heroes, villains, and so, that being from their perspective and so on. And tragic stories also, psychopaths, yeah. I also, well, I can give you a little spoiler. If I were to do a writing stream, I would like, I already have something planned. I might write an idol story about an idol that is only an idol because he doesn't want his brother to become an idol. So yeah, that is something I'm thinking about writing on stream one day. As for the lore part, well, I'm quite a fan of laws and theories in games, movies, everything like that. How should I say? Well, I'm quite a game theory fan. I started watching them and have become interested in making my own theories, researching lore and such. So yeah, one of the lores that I quite like and am interested always is Bungo Stray Dogs. That's why it's one of my favorite animes, because Bungo Stray Dogs is all the characters were inspired by real life people, and that is something that is interesting, and also you learn from it. So yeah. And then there's doing presentations. Well, I can do presentations. I don't really know what. Maybe some silly stuff like why are the trees tall or anything like that. I'm still thinking about it, what I can do with presentations. And as for gaming, well, there are written 5 gamings because I will mostly focus on gaming streams. As for like Q&A streams and such, well, I don't really think I need them right now because I can see the chat clearly and we can just talk when I'm playing some low cozy games like Jump King, Hello Kitty Island Adventure that I plan to play tomorrow, for example, or Minecraft. So yeah. Now let's go to the next slide. As for my goals as a VTuber, well, gaming, as you can see, just joking, that isn't really a goal, that is a lifestyle. I would like to sing and release cover songs. I'd also like to one day do original songs, but I'm not really confident in them because I would say my singing skills are only average. So yeah. Another goal is I would like to become fluent in Japanese. I can currently only speak a little bit of Japanese, but not much. I can have conversations. I can count, but that's mostly it. Other than that, I would also like to organize tournaments and projects. As for tournaments like tournaments in a specific game, or projects like how should I say, like game shows, variety shows, or kind of like that. I would like to use those projects and tournaments and collaborate with others. And I would also like making friends. I don't really know anyone on the video sphere, and I haven't really told anyone in my private life that I'm doing videoing because, well, it's embarrassing for me and I don't want anyone that knows me privately to know that I'm streaming. So yeah. Well, it's not like the stream is embarrassing, but it's just that well, I don't really know what to say. I just don't really want anyone from my private life to know about it. So yeah. And at last, I just like to have fun. And that's nearly the last slide. But that's it for my introduction. Now then, let's go to tags and such. So yeah. As for my Twitter, it's at @AstaroHayo. My live tag, I don't really know if we need these tags to be fair, but I just thought, why not create some for, well, if it's ever needed. like the live tag is the Asta row live. From what don't worry, I have checked all these tags and I don't really think anyone is using them. So they are completely usable. So yeah. Then there's a art tag. Like I decided to just write a start. Then there's the meme tag, like Royal Meme. As for the fan name, I don't really know what kind of fan name we could use. You might be curious about how you guys might look like. So wait, I have seems like I forgot to add how you guys look. Wait a minute, I'm searching. Might take a while. Here, found it. Well, this oh, quite big. Well, this is just a simple picture. Let's wait. It's giant. Well, if you want, you can be this kind of size if you want. But yeah. It might take a while. So yeah, we are getting clearer and clearer. So yeah, this is you guys. If you're wondering, you are a mice wearing a bow tie. So that's why the mice with the question mark. Other than that, if you want, you can just be yourself, like just a little figure, a polygon figure maybe. And so yeah, I don't really know what kind of fan name would be good. So I'm still debating about it. So yeah. Other than that, we are done with these slides. Now we are going to the, how should I say, credits. You might be wondering, wait, no, I changed the wrong slide. All right. Oh, I nearly forgot it. Here, there's my Oshi mark. So it's a fox and some film tape because I thought, why not? And it looked quite cute. So yeah. Now then, let's go to the credits. So these are the credits for my model art. My model art was made by LONOM, and they are an amazing artist. So as you can see, they also helped me creating this design. So yeah, we will show the full model later at the end. Then we'll start playing Jumpkin. Well, as for the overlay and schedule that you have seen, that is made by Sasanao. Well, he's quite a great designer. I'm quite surprised how fast he made them. So yeah. Then we also have, there is a picture of the mascot. I will post it later maybe, or in the next stream. Or you can just see this mice here on the top of the overlay that was made by Alone Spirit. Well, the art for it. And as for my opening screen you have seen, that was made by Hatoba. They're also, all of them are quite amazing and much more talented than I am at art. So yeah. And then at the end we have, this one you will see much later. It was made, the ending screen was made by Mauro. I also have another ending screen planned that will take a while, but soon. There are many things that are in the process of making, like BGMs for the opening and ending, and the waiting screen when I'm midstream, needed to go to take a water bottle or anything like that. So yeah. And as for the logo, you might have seen it on my YouTube page that was made by Varanaki. They are also quite amazing. So yeah. And now let's go to the showcase. Move the wrong thing. Sorry, force of habit. Well, I think we start with a full body showcase first. Well, this is the full body version of it. As you can see, it's quite colorful. And you can also see that I have long hair. And this is, I rigged it myself, so you can see the movements of the tail and the jacket and everything like that. Well, I'm not really a really good rigger, so it's only simple movements. If I were to get good one day, I would also like to do the hand movements a little bit, change it a little bit, like making these the hand with the cards go up and so. So yeah. I also have made some toggles with my design, with the character, I mean. So yeah. As you can see, I also have glasses. Well, if you're wondering, they are how they are able to hold, even though I don't really have, well, human ears or any ears to refer in there. Well, I have no idea. Maybe magic. Or my nose is quite really strong. So I'm holding them just by balancing. Oh. Yeah, there's also this toggle. Wait. I found it. Well, this is the blush toggle. So yeah. As you have seen, maybe from sometimes there's such a blue thing. Well, that is. Well, thanks, Yoshi. I'm a little bit nervous, so yeah. Well, this is the set toggle that is connected to my mouth movement, so you might see it sometimes. There's also the angry movement, but angry mouth movement, but well, I don't really think I will ever be able to use it. I don't really know how. So yeah. Now let's go to the toggles that I can activate. Wait. Oh. Well, the bolt toggle. For that I need to use 2. Well, I don't really know why I did that, but I just decided to add it. Well, as you can see, I can also ear off. If you're wondering where my ears went, then maybe they are real, maybe they are fake, who knows. I have shown you before the blush toggle. Then there's the jacket off toggle. So as you can see, this is my character without the jacket. Still the same. Then we can go to the yeah. It seems like I forgot that toggle. No. There it is. The crying toggle. I would love to one day animate them also to make them look like I'm, well, having tears and such. Flowing, like the flowing animation, like I'm really crying and such. But that is the best I can do right now. So yeah. As you can see, there's also another set of eyes that, yeah, you might be wondering where this is from. If you know Twisted Wonderland, you might know this. If you know the recent chapters, you might know where these eyes and such are from. I don't know. I just decided to do them. I mean, I requested them. Yeah. And that's mostly it. There's also a tail up toggle, but it seems like I forgot to put them on. So yeah. Now then, we are, if I had to say, done. If you have any questions, I will answer them. If not, then I will start playing Jump King. So yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah, I think we are done. And if you still have any questions, I will answer them while playing Jump King. Now then. Well, you can see I also activated them again. Well, you can see that this is, well, if I were to go a little bit so. Okay, thanks for the info, Yoshi. Now then, this is my previous attempt. As you can see, I didn't go far. I just played around a little bit and I played for 2 hours. So yeah. let's start a new game and continue. And yeah, honestly speaking, I got curious about jumping. I'm currently playing on a controller because I thought, why not? So I usually use my tastature, but now I'm using the controller, and I have to say it is quite great. The movements are quite smooth. The only reason why I decided to get a controller is honestly because Hello Kitty Island Adventure was, well, I need a controller for it, so that's why it's there. And there's my first fall. And as you might wondering why I decided to play Jump King, because, well, honestly speaking, I discovered Jump King from, I think, I don't really know if it either was a certain VTuber or any VTuber, or if it was CDogVA, if you know who that is. Well, as you can see, I'm not really the greatest jumper. Yeah. I have never beaten the game because, yeah. If I have to say, as for Jump King, I will mostly maybe play it on Mondays because I want to beat the game at least once. And so, yeah. So Jump King will be either a permanent project I will be doing or just a short one. Who knows? If you're wondering how long I will be streaming today, well, I think we will, well, at least stream for an hour or hit the 1 hour mark. So, yeah. So, we will be just playing Jump King. Honestly speaking, I have thought about why not just do a debut introduction and then end it, but I think that would be a little bit too boring. And I also wanted to stream for a while now. So, we are doing the Jump. Can you? I suddenly got the message that the connection was lost, but it's now here again. So I hope there isn't really much of a lag. I hope. I recently got my internet updated, so I hope that there's nothing like that. Okay, thanks for the info, Yoshi. I don't really know why it suddenly broke down. Because I don't think it's the internet because I just got it updated. So let's hope it doesn't happen again. Well, at least it's better than the test streams. So yeah. So Yoshi, you might say I'm about the question. I don't really know if I have answered them, but I might look like I'm doing better. That is because I have played this level before. The newer levels, when we reach them, that will be will be extremely slow in those. So yeah. Honestly speaking, I'm wondering if there even anyone who is still playing Jump King, because that was a trend from last year. I'm playing Jump King because I have always wanted to try to beat it. So yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, at least Hello Kitty will be also so peaceful. If you're wondering, I have played Hello Kitty a little bit already because I wanted to see how it is and the controls. And also I didn't want, because it's an open world game, I didn't really want anyone to get bored of me because I'm not really knowing what to do. So I already played a little bit of it. I tested it and saw the controls and such. So yeah. Oh. I mostly hate in jumping this exact spot because it is really hard to even get out of it and can cause quite a lot of damage. So yeah. As for the Hello Kitty game, well, we'll play them tomorrow. I don't really know if I will make it a series or anything like that. I will just I will just play it and let's see for 2 streams. As for other than that, I hope you don't mind. Well, next week there will be a Honkai Star Rail stream for the new chapters. I hope you don't mind that I will use my old account because well, if I were to start a new account, I don't really think it would be, how should I say, interest. I wouldn't have much reactions because I already know the stories of the older ones. And then it would be just me sitting there and saying something, not really saying much. So I think it would be better if I were to just directly start at the newer chapters. So yeah. And before we will begin with those chapters, I will also introduce you to the teams and units I have. Just a little bit of warning. I am not really, well, I should say a meta player. I just collect and play the things I like. So that would mean that my team building is just the basics. Thanks for the info, Yoshi. I'm happy to hear that you are fine with it. And so, yeah. As for another thing, I have also played Stainless Zone Zero before, but I don't really know if I should really stream it because it has some. Well, I'm not really active on it, and I'm really wondering because of the, how should I say, after the fighting scenes, there are some the characters sometimes make questionable poses, so I don't really know if I should really stream them on YouTube also. And just so you know, I haven't read the TOS at all. So I'm a little bit want to be on the safer side. As for the other streams, I also well, guess who lost another gacha account? Well, lost my account on Buffering Waves. So the thing is, I skipped the tutorial, but we will start if I were to play Buffering Waves at the completely beginning. But the good thing about that is I what should I say? I skipped the entire cutscenes of Buffering Waves. So I have no idea what is at all going on there. So we will, well, you can see my reactions to the story then. The only thing I've ever read in Buffering Waves were the character abilities, that's it. Well, yeah, glad to know that you feel the same, Yoshi. I have to say, if there's an option that I can skip cutscenes, I would most likely skip them. I don't really know why, to be fair. Maybe I was inspired. I have to say, it is much easier to play Jump King on controller than on the keyboard. Oh, too much strength. Other than that, I have to say, I am currently not still thinking about what kind of games I should play. I would love to start a Pokemon Nuzlocke, but honestly speaking, I don't really know how to connect my how should I say, my Switch to my streaming software. I'm still figuring it out, but I'm pretty sure I will have it in a few weeks. I will figure it out eventually. And before, but we will have a Pokemon stream. We will play Poké Rouge. If you know it, that is a how should I say, a roguelike Pokemon game that was quite popular last year. I have played it, but I have never beaten it. So yeah, we will play for as long as possible and see how long it would take me to beat it. How should I say? I'm not really good, the greatest team builder. You will see it soon on my Honkai Star Rail stream because I'm just like, I think these abilities fit, these relics fit, and just put them in. Yeah. But because Honkai Star Rail now has something like recommendations, it is quite easier for me because I just take the one that most people pick, and that is quite easier. So yeah. Other than that, I'm thinking about maybe, how should I say, if I'm streaming, I'm thinking about the presentations right now. I could do some presentations on stream, but that would be, or maybe a video about some like the, how should I say, the series that I like and introducing them. Like, if I remember correctly, there are some series that are quite niche and anime series that I quite like. And I would love that more people would find out about it. That would be, for example, one of them would be a terrified teacher at school. I love it if more people were to know about it. But the problem is, well, I see you leave it to your friends to build your team. Well, you're lucky then, because I do have some friends that play it, but the characters we have is too completely different. But they have given me some tips about, how should I say, team building. They once saw my account and asked if I would be able to clear, how should I say, the end game content, like these levels where you have to fight, I think, 2 bosses, these MOC, something like that. These things I have to, think about. Well, I have never really played this. These levels, these levels on the mirror in the Astray Express. I have been, how should I say, I know about, I had cleared the basic ones, but the ones that are changing monthly, I don't really touch them. Honestly speaking, I should touch them because I'm free to play, so it would be great gems, but strangely enough, I just never do it. So yeah. As for another thing, as you can see, I'm still in the learning process, so I also am currently also learning how to do thumbnails. So you will only see basic thumbnails currently. I'm not really at the level where I could do really good thumbnails. So yeah. And I'm not really good at this streaming stuff. But I think it will change with time. If I want, I remember that I haven't really said why I wanted to be a VTuber. Well, that is because, we will have to go back to when I was 15 years old. If I remember correctly, the VTubers theme hasn't really blown up yet. I just watched a Giguk video about VTubers, and then I got recommended some clips about them, and since then I got really hooked at them. And honestly speaking, I quite like VTubing because you can have a video model and just play around. I've always been a fan of live streams, but I was really too shy to do them. And I think it would have been boring if it was just my voice. But VTubing is something that I quite like doing. And you can see how I'm moving, how I'm talking and such. So yeah. As for some things, I don't really know how long I will be streaming. How should I say, how long my career will be. Honestly speaking, I am, how should I say? I plan to at least 10 years, if that might be long or so. Well, that is because I have been a fan of videoing and I quite like live streaming, so I'll do it for quite long. And the only reason if I ever were to graduate, that would be because, well, one of my goals is to one day join a video agency. But that would take who knows how long, because I'm not really talented, or should I say, I don't really have really much talents. So I decided to debut as an indie VTuber because of that. I didn't want to wait and just hope for a miracle that I would join a video agency. And so I decided to, if I can join an agency, I would just do the stuff that that agency VTuber do, just as an indie. Like, for example, how should I say, getting costumes, like different clothes for the same character, doing video lore and such. These are the stuff that got me hooked for VTubers and video agencies. But now that I'm older and have, how should I say, I'm able to do it and the stuff for it is now more accessible, I decided to just debut as an indie and have fun. I think my career would be, well, even if no one was watching, I would still do it for 10 years. That is more, how should I say, 10 years is just the minimum. I don't really know how long I would do it, but I just like talking and playing games and live streaming. So yeah. Well, as for collabs with other VTubers, well, I'm currently too shy for it, and my skills are not really the best. My social skills also are not the best. So I will just be myself for now, maybe for 1 year. As for collabs, I don't really have much. I would say if there is, if this year would have, how should I say, some games that needs teams, I will then reach out if I were to find some games that interest me that would need, how should I say, team play or like, for example, Leave a Company or anything like that, or just multiplayer games in general, like Mario Party or anything. I would then search for people that would collab with me and play these games. But other than that, deliberately making collabs with other VTubers, I think I will wait a year for it. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we are still stuck in this level. Fun fact, this is the level that the one above at the tower is the one that I haven't been able to clear. So we are now at the level where it will take away. Well, honestly speaking, I'm also thinking about doing a Digimon stream about Digimon Hacker's Memory in Cyber Slurf, because it has been many years since I played it. I played it on the release, and I'm currently still thinking about if I should play it again, because I don't really remember the story anymore. If it even has a little bit of story. I still remember it's halfly, I should say, in fragments at least, that it had a story, but it wasn't really a good story, I would say. Because, yeah, Digimon games are, well, they are known to be not really not really beginner friendly, or maybe not really easy to understand. There's one Digimon game that I have played before that I have never been able to beat. That would be Digimon Next Order. That was an open world Digimon game where you raised your Digimon, but the problem was that the Digimon, after a certain amount of time, they would just die. And because of that, I needed to be on the training hall all day and level them up. The higher, the further I was in the story. I just couldn't, how should I say, it took a long time for me to, how should I say, level the Digimon to evolve them. It took so long that at the end I decided to stop playing the game because it was just too much. So yeah. But if I had to say, even though I am quite a fan of the Pokemon games and not really much of the Digimon games, if I had to say enjoyment level of, for example, like the anime or the franchise in general, I would say I enjoyed Digimon more than Pokemon. I might be in the minority for that. And we are finally through. And back again. Yeah. By the way, even though Jump King is a rage game, you won't really see me rage because I'm not really the type of person to raise my voice on anything other than maybe being passionate about some stuff. So yeah. I just so you now. Most of my, I think on my channel, I will mostly stream. I'm thinking about also doing YouTube videos, but there's a project I'm planning right now. That would be a secret right now, but I'm thinking about making it either a short series or a YouTube series. That is what I'm thinking about. I don't really know how long it would be. I think I would just try it. This is not really. I don't really know if it's entertaining, but I just thought it would be funny. And so, yeah. As for another things, like as you know, it is soon Valentine's Day or 1st of April. Well, because I just debuted, there isn't really much planned for either of those events. But next year, I have some stuff planned for it. Well, April, there might be something, the 1st of April, but as for Valentine's Day or any those kind of events, honestly speaking, the country where I'm from is where we don't really focus on Valentine's Day. So, or maybe I don't really focus on Valentine's Day, so I have no idea what to do on those days, and you don't even remember when they are. So yeah. As for other things, well, things for my channel, I do have some stuff planned. I also have a rough idea about the first anniversary, even though it's quite a long time till the first anniversary. But I do have some stuff in the process of thinking about, like how should I say, the costume for it. If you're wondering, I will make a costume reveal every time on the first of anniversary of my not really every first anniversary. I mean every anniversary. So the first costume, I have already thought about it and the themes about the costume. So yeah. And other than that, there isn't really much to say about my channel because it's relatively new. So yeah. Currently, there will mostly be streams. So yeah. Now that's, well, it seems like we have reached the 1 hour mark, but I think I will play a little bit. We will at least reach the top again to the highest point where I left off, and then we will end the stream. But right now, I still continue playing. honestly speaking, it would be funny if I were to say we will end it later and then just stream for 3 hours more or stream for 6 hours, like a certain VTuber that I have once watched. Do you think you will be stream on Twitch? Well, I have a Twitch account, but I could stream on Twitch, but I don't really think I should say I think my main platform will be on YouTube because Twitch in general, it isn't really a place where small or starting VTubers, I think, can reach a lot of people. So I think I will mostly stream on YouTube, but Twitch, I thought about making collabs when I'm doing collab streams on Twitch and when I'm doing single streams on YouTube. This is currently my thought process. But I already have a Twitch channel and saved my name in case. So yeah. So that's mostly it. I hope that answers your question, Yoshi. Well, as you can see, I'm I'm the type of person that just talks around a little bit. I hope that isn't confusing or anything like that. And honestly speaking, I do have a Twitter, by the way. But yeah. My Twitter, I think after debut, it will mostly be notifications. Sometimes I will talk about myself, but it will be mostly about notifying about maybe some stuff, some maybe early news or anything about my life, and then just doing whatever. So yeah. And my schedules and such. Thanks for the info, Yoshi. Well, honestly speaking, I want to say that I'm not really the most social person. So I might not really know much social etiquette or maybe reading the mood or anything like that. I'm more like an introverted person. So yeah. I might sometimes talk like a river, but if I'm meeting new people or anything like that, sometimes I just am quite quiet. So yeah. You know what? Maybe the stream will turn into a 3 hour stream if I don't reach the top. So yeah. Or I mean the highest point I have reached before. By the way, there are some games that I would love to play. Like, for example, I've heard great things about Hi-Fi Rush. I don't really know much about it, but I would love to play it. Other than that, as you can see, we will mostly do cozy streams. What I mean with that is, well, just streams about playing some peaceful games. Sometimes action games, like as you have said before, Yoshi, Elden Ring. I'd love to try it, but not really right now. But I just remembered. I also have always once thought about why not just do a, well, how should I say? I thought about one day doing a German stream where I just talk in German or anything like that. And I have also thought about doing a Chinese stream. But if I were to speak in Chinese, it would be the most broken Chinese. Even though it's my mother language, the way I say things, well, I can, how should I say? I can talk just like a normal person, but the way my, how should I say? My grammar in Chinese is really the worst. And by the way, even though my mother language is Chinese, I can't read the letters at all. So that's also something. And by the way, as for the time zones, I hope it isn't really much because I decided to stream. Well, because I'm from Europe, I decided to stream in a much more friendly time zone for me. As for the others, the Americans, or I don't really know how far it is in other Asian countries. And just now in China, it's just 6 hours farther. So yeah. But I think this is the time I will most likely stream in. So we will most likely stream at, well, for me, it's 1 p.m. For you, Yoshi, or everyone else, I don't really know. But this is mostly, this will be mostly the fixed time I will stream. Well, by the way, I just said that, I said previously that we will 6 a.m. Yoshi, are you fine? Because if I remember correctly, 6 a.m. is quite early. Oh, I see. Well, thank you, Yoshi. I'm quite honored that you just make an alarm for me, even though I'm not technically a nobody. So thank you very, very much. So yeah. So maybe it seems I need to think about the times because it might be friendly for me. But if you want, I can also set it a few hours later. I'm really fine with it because well, yeah. Because for me it's 1 p.m. So yeah. Okay. Thanks for the info, Yoshi. And thank you for being my first fan or first viewer. Thank you very much. Well, but maybe I will change it a little bit, the stream times. I'm thinking about, by the way, if I'm doing collabs, because I know that most English speaking VTubers are in, not really the European time zone. So those streams will most likely be maybe more fit for your time, Yoshi. But that might take a while. Honestly speaking, I'm a little bit nervous with interacting with other VTubers because I currently I've read before that maybe most I should say asking for collabs on Twitter is posting such tweets it's more like engagement bait. So I'm a little bit scared if people might think that I'm doing engagement bait if I were to ask for to search for people that would like to stream games with me. So yeah. All right. By the way, I thought about if I ever were to clear Jump King, well, the time slot of Jump King would be changed to well, I thought about it, and I would like to call the time slot of Jump King speedrun day. So we will mostly play, or maybe difficult day or anything like that. So we will on the days where if I ever were to complete Jump King, we would play mostly hard games slash difficult games. So if I were to clear Jump King, I think then I will play Elden Ring. So might take a while. I think Jump King will be my longest streaming project ever. By the way, I haven't really talked about my favorite VTubers. As you can, well, it isn't really visible, but I do have some favorites. For example, as on the debut slide, like Gavis Battle or Unnamed. I quite like their music. And Battle because he's the jester. He's just, well, no idea what to call that. And other than that, I would say I also quite like Jurati Rexford. He is also quite funny. And I greatly enjoyed I should say, his family arc. So yeah, if you can even call that a family or more a dysfunctional family. Now that I think about it, I don't really watch much female VTubers. I do watch them, but mostly Iron Mouse. So yeah. Oh, I finally did this jump after so long. Oh, well. Honestly speaking, I'm wondering if it's even though I'm playing rage games, I never rage. I honestly speaking have never really gotten angry. By the way, Yoshi, I just want to say that it seems like there's a little bit of chat delay. I will change it for the next streams. I will have to think about. I will need to somehow figure it out. I sometimes wonder why exactly YouTube has this delay thing. So yeah. And I need to figure out why my alert isn't working. How should I say? Not yeah, alert. Because I have put in a chat box, but it isn't really showing. So this is something I need to figure out for the next stream. Oh, I didn't see that. Well, now I'm sure that Jump King will be a long series. By the way, if we I think maybe thriller. Uh, are there any thriller games? I'm fine with how should I say soft horror maybe. Those I'm fine with honestly. So I maybe if I will show if there are any those kind of games or not too scary games. So maybe I will play a little bit of horror. There will be a Halloween week, so I have to think about it. No, I hope there's no controller noises. I'm playing it on a controller, so honestly speaking, I might play most of my games through controller because my keyboard is quite noisy. I have fixed the problem already, but who knows? So, yeah. Well, at least I'm not falling much more. Well, thanks for the info, Yoshi. I'm happy that the controllers are not noisy. Ah, yeah, this is why I'm stuck in jumping on the same level. Well, honestly speaking, I'm always doing just with a feeling. I don't really know what kind of the jumps there are. I just do what I think is fine. Well, as for the stream lengths, usually I think maybe they will mostly only be 1-2 hours. That will depend, I think, where I want to stop. So yeah, the Hello Kitty game we will play, that will be maybe 2 hours or maybe 2.5, because it is how should I say time locked, so we can only do a limited of things. So I think we will mostly try and get every equipment tomorrow. And there's also this week a Minecraft hardcore stream where we will see how good I am. Well, honestly speaking, I have once played hardcore. I died on the first day. So we will have multiple tries. I'm also thinking about playing FPS games like Apex or maybe mobile games like League. But honestly speaking, I'm not really good at any of those. I've tried them before and, well, not really the greatest. And I have thought about doing an Apex stream this week, but honestly speaking, Apex, I haven't really touched it for years. And now it has gotten quite complicated. Like the new game modes, I tried it once and I was completely confused. And by the way, I will play Marvel Rivals, I think, but that is still something I'm thinking about. I myself, if I had to say, I don't really know much about the Marvel superheroes. I just know some of them, but most of them that are Marvel Rivals, I just know those that are in the movies, but the others, I have no idea who they are. So, So yeah. um, I think we'll just go to the top and then end the stream. Honestly speaking, it's my first time, honestly, to speak so much. So that is something I also need to train. Oh. And we will play maybe Infinity Nikki, but I'm still thinking about it. I've well, because I haven't been I haven't I did prepare during that time, but I wasn't really a video, so I just played it by myself. And Infinity Nikki, I would say it is a calm game, but not really my style, because the gacha is it is how should I say, if you need to save up quite a lot to be able to get a complete set of the 5-star dresses. So I don't really think I will play Infinity Nikki much, maybe just once. Okay, we are done here. Well, I think we will just stop here for today. So yeah, thank you for listening and see you next time. And that will mean tomorrow. Then we will play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. So yeah, thank you for listening and see you tomorrow. Bye.